So I don't know about all of you, but I am super impressed by all the speakers today. So let's give them one last round of applause. And all of you have been a great audience, but just in case you haven't already, just a kind reminder, please switch off your cell phones for the rest of the graduation. So next, I would like to invite our guest speaker. So let me introduce her first. So Namita Didi is a senior scientist, and she likes to have a good balance between professional career and personal hobbies. When she is not using her passion to cure cancer, she likes to model and dance. She is a Latin and Bollywood dance instructor, and she loves to perform with her husband. Like I mentioned before, this past December, she is the first ever Mrs. India USA. Let's give her a huge round of applause. And she was also on the cover of India New England News magazine for the December edition. So let's give her all a warm applause.
Thank you so much, Arohi, for the kind introduction. You guys can hear me fine?
Yeah.
So before I start saying anything at all, I have to say this, you guys were absolutely amazing. Completely rocked it. I feel I am amongst superstars of tomorrow. You guys were really good, and heartiest congratulations to each and every one of you. You guys did really well. And yes, we have one thing in common. Our teacher, our amazing teacher, Paresh Uncle. Even I am a student of Paresh Uncle. In 2012, when I did my first beauty pageant in the US, that was the Miss India Tri-State Beauty Pageant. That time, Paresh Uncle was the official mentor for public speaking. I was late for the practices because I joined at the second practice, so I did not get to meet him personally. But I was fortunate enough to schedule a Skype session with him. At that time, I did not know how handsome my teacher was. But I got just like around 15-20 minutes of Skype session with him. At the start, when I scheduled the session, I was skeptical. I don't know how much can you get in 15 minutes. But after the session, I realized if your teacher is talented, he really cares what his students get. 15 minutes were more than enough. It really benefited me, those 15 minutes. And the result of that contest was I was in top 5, and I got the Miss Viewer's Choice. So thank you, Paresh Uncle, for all the tips and tricks. And I know you all, I'm assuming you all know Bhavna Auntie. Any guesses where I met her? This is difficult, let me answer this. That was at a fashion show. And do not be mistaken, she was not amongst the audience. She was on the ramp with me as a model. Woo. And Paresh Uncle and Bhavna Auntie were modeling for the fashion show, and I got to play their daughter in the fashion show. That's where I met Bhavna Auntie for the first time. So that was about my association with Circles of Growth. And what I would want to talk today is about my journey. But what I believe is a journey is like a story, and every story has a message at the end. So what I want to do today is I wish to share my journey, but through my journey I want to give you a message which I learned during my journey. So my journey with the beauty pageants, it started in 2006 back in India. So I came in US in 2007. So I did my first beauty pageant while I was doing my bachelor's degree there. It was Miss University pageant. I was amongst top 5. I won Miss Photogenic. So I was very excited, but that was not the right time because I was in my final year and education was more important at that time. So everything has the right time. If it is your career, your education, give importance to that first. That's what I did. So I had to hold on my dream, but I did not let it go. So I just had to wait few years for that. So again, so I came here in 2007. I did my master's. I got my PhD from Northeastern University, and then that was the right time. I had nailed my education. I had secured my career. Now I knew it was time to chase my dreams. Do not let them go, but wait for the right time. So in 2012, I did another beauty pageant, and that was the Miss India Tri-State. I was top 5, won Miss Viewer's Choice. Then then last year, 2014, November actually, so I did a local beauty pageant. So after 2012, I wanted to do it again because I knew I could get the crown, but it was probably not the right time for me. So I wanted to go and try it again. But I got married to Nandish Desai right here in 2013, so I could not participate in the Miss section. And I was just waiting for the right opportunity. And last December, they came up with the Mrs. section for the very first time. And I was like, yes, that's what I was waiting for. Maybe it was not right time for me for Miss, but I'm going to try again. And marriage, it was not the end of anything, but it is just a new beginning. You still have your passions and your ambitions. Nothing changes. And with the right support from my family, my in-laws, and my loving husband, I participated in the Mrs. section. And this time I won Mrs. Photogenic and Mrs. Talented. And I was given the opportunity to go for the national competition, where I got the title. And I got the crown for Boston back. So what I want to tell you from this is, every step when I did not get the crown, it was not a mistake or not a failure for me, but it was just a stepping stone. It was getting me closer to my actual goal, ambition, and that's how you become successful. Never ever fear failures, or never think that you would do any mistake, because any time you fail, you have to think. It is your best teacher. You go back, think what you can do better the next time, and give your 100% the next time. If you fail again, no problem, because these failures, they do not mean that you are not good enough, or you do not have the potential, or you have to give up. They are just a proof of your trying. So keep trying, and I believed, I achieved. And I'm sure if you believe, you would achieve it. So never give up, and never ever fear making mistakes. One recommendation, don't make the same mistake next time. Make new mistakes. That's absolutely fine. You will learn new things. And I wish you all the very best and loads of success and happiness.
Now what we'll do is we'll use the certificates to the students and follow their names.
Sure.
Sorry. And being old, you must excuse me. I'll leave the name.